Hello and welcome to the Build with Bear Workshop. My name is Pat Baer. I'm here to build a model kit and a Lego set and to hang out with all of you. I'm throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe, and the Tier 2 blue emote in the chat. If you are currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes. If you are not yet a subscriber, you can say hi, you can use other people's emotes, or you could just be a lurker. Subscriber or not, if you don't want to chat, you don't have to chat. Lashbrook is here. Ghost Valve is here. Harold, before the stream started, threw some emotes in the chat, so welcome, Harold. Happy to have you here. We got a great crew already. We have more people chatting than the dashboard is telling me I have views, which is annoying. Hey, Lord Crash, welcome. Yeah, we got I got four people here, but the dashboard is like one person. That's just like, that's wrong, dashboard. You don't know what you're talking about. Welcome. What's on the agenda for this evening? Well, we've got the Lfrith here, the Prologue Gundam from Mobile Suit Gundam Witcher Mercury. We're going to finish that kit up. It needs a gun. It needs a shield that can also become weapons and components for the back. So we'll do that. And then, when that's completed, we're going to move on to a Lego set. It's a 3-in-1. We're each a quarter of a person. No. You're many, many people, my friend. Yeah, we're going to move on to another kit, a Lego set. It's a 3-in-1. I'm going to build an octopus out of Lego and a bunch of other stuff. It's one of the bigger 3-in-1s I've built in quite some time. So we'll do that, which should be fun. And then, we'll get into that. We're going to talk about some anime, some video game stuff. I did not watch the Sony State of Play, but I will look at a website to tell me what happened there. But I did not watch it live, so I cannot give late breaking coverage of it, impressions, but I can tell you I can read a recap and talk to you about that. There'll be a few things we'll chat about tonight. First things first, do want to just start off by saying my dinner tonight fucking kicked ass. Just want you to know. If you've been following this saga, if you have not muted the thread on my Twitter feed, I have been doing a photo a day of my dinner as I cook at home. There was one day, because I've only actually ordered in one day, and I took a photo of my lunch that day. But I've been doing every day, posting what I've been cooking, because I've been living alone here for 30-something days right now. And today, it was good, y'all. The last time I went grocery shopping, I saw that there was a manager special on chicken thighs. And so I picked up some chicken thighs. Now, I only cooked half of them, and I probably should have cooked all of them because I did want more than 2, which was half of the package. But chicken thighs, you can do slow cook and shred it if you want because it's really tasty chicken. But, you might as well just have it, fall right off the bone, get that good skin in there. So slathered it with, patted it dry first. That is the secret. You got to pat it dry. Pat it dry there. I'm going to retweet my tweet. We'll go to the overhead and we'll start working on this kit while I wax poetic about the meal that I made. So you get your chicken thighs here. You take them out, pat them dry. You're going to put some olive oil on there and kind of work in the olive oil, both sides. I didn't miss much from the State of Play last week. Says, yeah, I figured the State of Play that came out the week of the PS2 or PSVR 2, that wasn't going to be a big deal. That is, they're going to wait till E3-ish, not E3 or E3. I wasn't expecting it to be a big dang deal. Anyway, olive oil, and then I used, then I got my seasoning mix that I put together. Salt and pepper, the classics. Gotta get that together. Let's see, salt, pepper, Italian seasoning, oregano, because there is oregano in Italian seasoning, but why not put more in there? And paprika, and then just mix it all up, and then just work it into the olive oil on the skin. Both sides, if you got enough. You can't just do the top because the top skin is probably better anyway. Because that's just hitting the top heat. It's not hitting the bottom cooking. And then put that into a sheet tray, a pan, or sheet tray, whatever you want to use for that. 400 degrees, 35 to 45 minutes. I did 40. I split the difference on that, on the recipe that I was following. During the process, opened up the oven, pulled out the chicken. Do not turn it over. Do not move it around. You don't have to do any of that shit. But I did put in on the same tray, because I used a larger tray. I didn't need a large tray for just two, but I used a large tray so that I could include my tater tots. I just put those tater tots right in the same pan. Did they get a little less crispy than I normally have? Yes, because the chicken juices that came out of that bird as it cooked got absorbed into the tater tots, and that tasted fucking great. And then just had a salad on the side. Could have done a mixed veg. Could have roasted something. I could have, and to also absorb the chicken fat and chicken grease, could have put in carrots or something right into that tray. If you got potatoes and you want to do potatoes like that, roasted potatoes, instead of tater tots like I did, certainly totally acceptable and good to go with that route. But I went with what I like. And then, so you had really crispy chicken, came right off the bone, tasted great. Again, I could have eaten another one. I think 2 was just a little, 1 too few, but, 3... I would have had to cook all 4, and I would have had a leftover one. Now I get another meal out of it, and I know to then, go high on the veggies for that second time. I don't think I will do anything different with this second application. It was perfect. It was so good that I'm not going to experiment with the other chicken thighs and do something different when I cook those up, because the first one was just so good. I have not mentioned this. I should just say real quick, we are currently at 35 out of 40 subscribers. The goal is 40. On Tuesday, the goal will be more than 40. I am promoting my stream for next Tuesday, which is the subathon. Just a quick reminder about the subathon. It is a long stream. The goal is to eventually break my record for the most subs I've ever had by hitting 75. Do I know how long that stream will last? No. It's starting at 4 p.m. Eastern. I know that. I do not know how long it will continue for. My hope is that it will, that I will be successful. If I am not successful, it's okay. It's not the end of the world, though, of course, I would like to hit my goal. And I've got some stuff to unlock. I have just recently, as of today, chosen the karaoke songs that I will be singing. They will be mostly... all but one will be English language songs that are from anime. One is from a video game, but it's a Japanese video game. And I think it's kind of fun. And that's a sing-along. Two of them are sing-alongs. So I say karaoke, but I'm being a little broad in my definition of karaoke. Because one is a sing-along, and one is, as I said, one is a sing-along. One is a very old karaoke track that I found. It's like a MIDI back. It's terrible. It sounds bad, but it'll be very fun to sing it. But yeah, I got my karaoke tracks. I want to get farther in my save of Persona 4 Golden. I'll get a little farther than I currently am for that show, for the stream, I should say. My Hearthstone decks, I'm sure I might include a new one, but I've got two really fun scam decks, and actually 3 really fun ones, but one doesn't have like a lot of new cards in it. But I've got 2 really fun scam decks and 1 okay scam deck, and so I have plenty of good stuff for Hearthstone. But yeah, I want to get farther in my Persona 4 Golden with mods that I'll be showing. I have a bunch of videos to show when I'm eating or I want to take a vocal break. So I have set up some stuff to watch there that does not require commentary from me. And I don't know how long the stream will be. There also exists the possibility that I will fucking give up, that I will not hit my goal, and it will be okay. I'm waiting until Tuesday to go out, or I might grocery shop before that, but I'm going to grocery shop close to Tuesday, so I have nice fresh milk to drink my pilk, if and when I get to 75. But I have everything else prepped and ready to go. As far as videos, I have the new Catch episodes, so we can watch some of that. I have all the videos I have downloaded and then edited clips together from College Humor. I have found all the College Humor. And the one jest video I did, which is really a College Humor video. They were trying out a thing where they were doing videos under the Jest brand, but it was the same people, the same production company, and all that. So I'm like, I'll include that. Can of stale pilk? No. Lord Crashington. I'll say this. If I'm gonna fucking do this, if I'm going to drink, if I'm gonna goddamn drink Pepsi milk, it's gonna be fresh milk. Like, there's no way I wouldn't. I'm gonna make it fresh, and it will be soda, I'm not gonna say that it'll be like, a brand new bottle of soda, but it won't be that old. I drink enough soda that I know it won't be that old. But, that's where I'm at as far as those kind of preps. My prep work is almost complete for that stream for next Tuesday. Again, the only thing I have left is I might come up with some new Hearthstone decks or come across a new Hearthstone deck that I want to try out, because I do watch. That is often my lunch. Videos are often Hearthstone streamers. Their YouTube content. I usually catch what they're up to. And so if someone showcases a deck that I think is worth being a Pat Baer scam deck, then I will grab that and try it out. But yeah, I do want more mods for Persona 4 Golden. Some of the ones I used in the 32-bit version have been released, and there's a couple new ones because some people are getting into doing the 64-bit version, so that has been nice to see. So yeah, I'm excited about all of that and all of the nonsense that might come with it. Save the date, I guess I will say. It must be the platonic ideal of Pilk, says Ghost Val. Yes, Ghost Val gets it. I mean, I gotta do it right. I can't cheapen out on anything. I gotta drink Pepsi milk. And also, as a reminder, my promise to you is that I will not, it'll be the first time I've ever done it. I will not experiment with Pepsi milk before the stream. So it'll be like, we'll take a pause and go get something to drink, and then I will try Pepsi milk. Yikes. Otherwise, we're pretty slow around here. I wanted to take a nap today, but I had too much going on, so I didn't get a chance to, unfortunately, because I'm not feeling 100% health-wise due to allergies and that sort of bullshit. Because it's spring, y'all. It is spring here in South Carolina. It's in the 70s. The fucking pollen is falling. I did yard work today and housework, so not only did I inhale some pollen and some dust outside, I also inhaled some dust inside as I did all of my cleaning, and that was not particularly great. I am not 100% right now. I am hoping to get there again, but I can feel it. I can feel it in my throat. I'll drink a little water right now. I did vocal warm-ups before the stream because I knew that my voice was not going to be at 100%. I wanted to make sure that at least I was prepped for it, so I wasn't going to have my voice crack or something during the stream. But yeah, it was a tough one. I'm trying to think if there's anything else going on with me about that kind of thing. Hey, if you are interested in Steam sales, if that's the thing you like, a bunch of Steam sales and fests schedule for 2023 has been released and is out there. Some of these fests are small little things, like they are genre driven, like Aristophan says we had a ton of snow here today, so it's been a weird Thursday. Yes, Aristophan, that does sound weird. I know there are parts of the United States that are seeing snow. And to you, I say, weird. That's weird. Statistically, could not be me. Mystery Fest and Puzzle Fest are coming. There is going to be the spring sale will be March 16th to the 23rd. Then there's like Sports Fest and another Next Fest, which is going to be mostly demos, but there'll be some sales in June. The summer sale will be the end of June into July. Then there's like Stealth Fest and Visual Novel Fest and Strategy Fest and Shmup Fest, and then that's throughout the summer. And then the following next fest will be in October, so that'll be another chance to see what's up out there. And then we have the Halloween festival around Halloween. The autumn sale will be in November, which is weird because the autumn sale is the end of November, and then the winter sale is the end of December because of Christmas stuff. It's just weird that it comes like so quickly. B2 34. B2 34 is this one's good. Last week says, meanwhile, it was 90 in Texas a day or two ago. Yep, that's weird. Weather is funky. What we've done to the planet is awful and gross. And we are now seeing that shit in more stark vision. So yeah, lots of events coming. Let's see. We got two more Next Fest this year. And I'm going to take a look during Puzzle Fest, see if there's anything there that appeals to me. And maybe I'll take a look during Visual Novel Fest, see if there's anything there. Also, Sports Fest is May 15th to the 22nd, so the WWE 23 game could go on sale. The AW game could go on sale during Sports Fest. I would say also Summer Fest, which is the end of June into July. You could see those games go on some kind of sale. That's the most likely time for wrestling games would be maybe Sports Fest, but definitely a higher possibility that you will see sales of those games during like this. Yeah. You'll see sales of that game, of those games during the Summerfest. Too many festivals. I mean, there's a lot of festivals, right? Some of them you'll never hear about again because you don't think about those genres, so it doesn't matter. But for developers within that genre, getting those sales is good. They're looking for it, you know. They're always looking for it. All right, let's just put that on there. I don't know if we need to panel line these parts here because they're going to connect. I don't know. Do these fly off? Do we use these things? Let me look ahead. Go in there, go in there, go in there. Don't. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, they go on. No, we will not. So we don't have to worry about that. D12. We are almost done with this kit. Working on it, getting it together, making it happen. Is Steam a school anime? Yes, it is a seasonal anime. So, it's on several cores. It's not a weekly. It's not a weekly like you think it would be. It is a seasonal. It's just they rarely take breaks in between seasons. So it's shocking. So very surprising that is the style they like to use. All right, so this goes like this. Yeah, that connects like that. And then that connects like that again. Let me make sure. Yeah. So those are the festivals. Keep an eye on that stuff for things that might appeal to you. Let's see. Everything announced at Sony's February State of Play. Thanks to the fine folks at Polygon for putting together this so that I can read it to y'all. Dozen PlayStation 5 and PS VR 2 games on display. I don't have a PSVR 2. I don't have a PS5. So it would be really weird for me to spend $550 to get the PS2 VR if I did not own a PlayStation 5. I don't own a PlayStation 5, and I don't expect to get a PlayStation 5, so I don't have that. Lashbrook kind of wants PS VR 2. Cool. I mean, it seems neat. It's just not something that I, like, I can't do VR for that long. I get feeling real bad about everything. Like, not depressed. I mean, I just like my vision and my equilibrium. I don't like VR for that long, so I've never been super invested in the particular style of shit. My PC is VR ready. I could get something to work on this PC. My graphics card's good enough. I've got enough HDMI ports. I've got enough USB 3 or C ports. I could make it work. I could make it work. I can make it happen. I'm probably never gonna do that though. I played the demo of Humanity released today, also on Steam, kind of a 3D Lemmings type game. It was interesting. Nice. Lord Crashington has one. Ooh. Oh, Lord Crashington. Let's see what we got here. 5 PlayStation VR 2 games. The Froglands, Green Hill, Synapse, and Journey to Foundation. Oh, and Before Your Eyes. The blinking narrative Before Your Eyes. I don't know what the fuck a blinking narrative is, but that's cool. Lightfall's coming out next week. If you are if you are a Destiny player, you already know that Lightfall is coming out next week. You didn't need me to tell you about Lightfall, but hey, guess what? Lightfall's coming. Get that shit together. All platforms on the 28th, so you can get some Lightfall going before you watch me play video games and watch things and hang out, and sing some songs and all that shit. I haven't done any newer VR stuff, so I wonder if the high refresh stuff fixes my problems. It's possible, Lord Crashington. I don't want to claim to know any fucking thing about how that shit works because I certainly fucking don't. But it is cool, and I hope it does work for you. Okay, Chia is a island exploration game. Oh, you jump between animals and objects to solve puzzles. Okay. It's going to be on PlayStation Plus March 21st, which is a day one release. So if you have PlayStation Plus, you can get that shit. That's fun. That's good. They should be doing more of that. Battlefield 2042 coming to PlayStation Plus, Minecraft Dungeons, and Code Vein. Harold, you have a good night. Glad you were here, buddy. Take it easy, my friend. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Humanity. It is an action puzzle game that is coming to PS4, PS5, and Windows PC. It's from Enhance, the people that made Tetris Effect and Rez Infinite. It's coming to PC. It looked okay. I don't know. I watched the trailer and I was like, all right. I'll probably watch Brad Shoemaker play that. That's my assumption. I don't know for sure if Brad Shoemaker is going to be playing that on a stream, but if anyone I know would be checking that out, it would probably be Brad Shoemaker. So, I guess maybe Cameron Lauder from Loading Ready Run might check it out on one of his streams. I guess that's also a possibility. But yeah, that seemed okay. That seemed like a video game. Oh yeah, we got a fucking release date for Goodbye Volcano High, which I'm going to buy on PC when it comes out and not the PlayStation because I don't have one, which is from Co-op, K-O-O-P, which is an adventure game, and there's rhythm elements, and it is a high school, like, end-of-the-world drama with dinosaurs. And as soon as I saw the first trailer for it, or teaser for it, I was like, fuck yeah. That's coming June 15th. I want to see if I'm going to check over on Steam, because I forgot to do that, if they have updated that in the old wish list. Let me go check out my wish list on the Steams and see what's up. Nope. Okay, no, it has added the release date of June 15, 2023 for Goodbye Volcano High. So they have updated that to include their release date. Cool. Yeah. Game plans to unlock in approximately 3 months. Yeah. Okay. They'll let me know when it's a release time. I should just check my wish list real quick, see if there's anything here on sale. Midnight Suns is still $36. I am constantly tempted by Midnight Suns, Marvel's Midnight Suns. At $36, I'm still tempted. That's the only thing on my wish list. That is, Pizza Tower. I still haven't bought Pizza Tower. I'm still thinking about Pizza Tower. It's $20. I know a few people that really liked it, and a few people that didn't really like it. So I don't know. Let's put this whole thing together now. Now that we have all the components here, we can put together our big shield, which is just made up of smaller shield pieces. So we got to pop all this together by my powers combined. Let's see. So we do that, and then we do these like this. Naruto Boruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections is a video game title. I completely spaced on the free weekend, which probably says a lot. Lashbrook, you and me both, my friend. So I want to once again say the name of this fucking video game because it's a fucking video game's name right here. Why is this not connecting right? Oh yeah, this video game is fucking called Naruto Boruto: Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections. Now, it's actually Naruto X Boruto, Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections, but fucking Polygon didn't put the X there in the title because they're fucking cowards. You heard me, Polygon. You put that X there. So I say Naruto Cross Boruto. Yeah. New player characters. And there's all the characters from previous Ultimate Ninja, all the Ninja Storm games. It has all of the Naruto. Yes. You know Boruto, Naruto's son, the show that is ostensibly about the next generation of ninjas in Leaf Village, but also is about how cool Naruto and his friends were/are. It's weird. I like that it's so weird. So yeah, here's this fucking shield that's made up of smaller shield pieces that is cool as hell. And then I need B2 32. 37, I should say. So I can connect it. We'll build the gun, we'll take a photo, then we'll take the shield apart, and I'll show you the part where you take that all off and throw it on the backpack, and we'll put it next to the aerial, because that shit is cool. Alright, so goes in, goes down. That does not fit right. Well, this does not feel great. I'll tell you that. But anyway, big shield that does not like to stay here on this. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like how that shield rests. I probably would not display it with the shield because it does not seem great. I only ever read the manga, which doesn't care a lot about the old cast as much as it does the whole god aliens. Yeah, I mean, you got the whole, like, people that lived on the moon bullshit that's also in, like, the movies and stuff that, like, I mean, it's also in the anime, but the anime is very much like, there's a whole, like, people would be like, it's not, I mean, the parents are there, but it's not. And then I would counter with the fact that the anime has a whole episode where two people from the previous show, minor fucking characters, show up to go to a gravesite and then talk to Boruto about how cool his dad was. And it's the entire episode is just two minor characters from Naruto who show up to be sad about the past and to just be like, you know, your dad's a great man. It's just like, all right, okay. Oh, yes, we know. We all fucking know. Naruto rules. Like, come on, we get it. Wait, this is Naruto? Yeah. Yes, this is Naruto. This be Naruto. Anyway, sorry for the spoiler that Boruto is Naruto's son, but yeah. Naruto has two kids, and one of them is named Boruto, which is fun. It's fun for people to discover. Lord Crashington, Hinata's family is from the moon. In the movie where they fight a guy who tries to kidnap Hinata and takes her to the moon, they fight on the fucking moon. Also, that is where the original, that's all Kaguya. You may remember Kaguya, the mother of of ninjutsu, the mother that gave birth to twins that became the sage and the other guy, the great sages. She's from the fucking moon because that's where Kaguya is from in ancient Japanese mythology. Kaguya is the princess of the moon that comes down to Earth and falls in love with a dude, and then things go bad or good depending on which story it is. But yeah, the most powerful original ass ninja, the person that granted everyone the knowledge of how to do ninjutsu and chakra, is from the moon, and Hinata is a direct descendant of her. Therefore, Hinata is from the moon. Technically. And here's the thing, friends. I'm not making that up. And I'm not wrong. I'm not lying to you, and I'm not wrong. That's just what the fuck is up with how that story goes. It just goes in weird places, and that's cool. I refuse. Lord Crashington refuses. I mean, you can refuse. That is within your rights to refuse. But that is what's up. We got to panel line this gun and then put on a fucking cool beam weapon. Are we done here with this? Yes, we are done here with this. Okay. Put that off there. We are almost done with this kit. We got one more sticker to apply on the gun. Got to put this beam thing on. Then we're going to take a photo. Then we'll take the shield apart. Put those pieces on. Take a photo of that. And then do a nice compare and contrast with our friend, the aerial, who I normally have behind me. There's an empty spot where the aerial should be, but I don't have that right now because we're going to look at it. So I took the aerial away so that we could chat about this stuff. I got to pop these open some. Then I got to put this gun in here. I got to get this beam to sit in this gun. There we go. There it is. Beam is ready. Let's put a sticker on here, and then we panel line it, and then we'll take some photos. That's not your Naruto, right? Baldur's Gate 3. August 31st. Wayfinder. Cool looking trailer. That is an online multiplayer game, Wayfinder. That looked neat. I don't know. I probably will never play it, but it did look neat. That feels like a game that I would check out on on stream and see a streamer and take a look at that. Beta is coming February 28th. Street Fighter 6, that's a good looking trailer. Lots of stuff coming out about that. They're really playing that. So you get to see Zangief, Lily, and Cammy. Cammy's looking good. Looking cool, as always. Cammy rules. Resident Evil 4. I forgot that was coming. There's another... Hey, stop me if you've heard this before. They're doing a remake of Resident Evil 4 and putting it out on modern consoles. That's just very funny to me. I know they did all the other ones, but whatever. Also, the return of Mercenaries mode. Everyone's favorite mode in Biohazard, a.k.a. Resident Evil Mercenary mode. The VR version as well. Yes, the PS VR 2 version is coming as well. That's kind of interesting. At least that's something. That sounds fun. Again, I won't do it, but that sounds fun. That's coming the end of March. Suicide Squad. Kill the Justice League, not Kill the Joker. Kill the Justice League, Suicide Squad. That's 15 minutes. I did not watch any of that. I did see online that is, speaking of online, To play any part of that, you must have an internet connection. Even if you are playing the offline single player, you must still be connected to the internet, which I think is probably because your progress carries over from various parts of it. So that's the solution they came up with, is so that you can't cheat. Is they're just like, well, you gotta always have an internet connection so that we can check against it. Which I guess, makes sense. If we got to kill the Joker, that might be interesting. Yes, instead we're going to try to kill the Justice League. And that's it. That's the state of play. Some of that stuff looked neat. Let's see. Other things. Oh, yeah. We should probably talk about Valve. It's pretty fucking great. Valve going after cheaters is pretty good. I don't know if you saw this. It's pretty fucking rad. I'm gonna take a photo because we finished this here, and then we'll do all the parts that we gotta do after. But I'm gonna get a photo of this here. This kit looking dope as shit. I'll say this: the aerial shield doesn't fucking fall off all the time. So aerial shield, way better than this. Am I doing it wrong? Like, why are you weird? Anyway. Sorry. Dota 2. 40,000 accounts got banned. Because basically they're like, hey, if you use third-party software to cheat, like, no. Basically, they knew that you were using the client in a way that you shouldn't, and they were able to basically, like, just trap people. Like, basically they did like a honey trap, like a honey pot. A bit of code that would never be associated in normal course of the game unless a player had cheat software activated. Each of the accounts banned today read from this secret area in the client, giving us extremely high confidence that every ban was well-deserved. Now, it could be that some people were using software for, like, non-destructive purposes, like videos, machinima, that kind of thing. So it is possible that there were some people, but even if they weren't using it for nefarious purposes, they were still using third-party software against the EULA, blah, 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 blah. So, like, they knew the risk going in. Even if they weren't doing it for directly nefarious reasons, they still knew that they were probably going to get their account banned at some point. Or maybe not. Maybe they thought that they would be free and clear. All right, so now we can take all this shield shit apart, and I can pop it all together. We're going to pop all these apart. Pop all this off, because all these things are going to go connected differently. And I'll just show you. This comes out. This goes in here. I'm probably just going to take a photo of the backpack. This includes professional players who will be banned from all Valve competitive events. Fuck yeah. Eat shit. 100%. Fuck off. Get out of here. All right, so it's going to go off here. And then I'm just going to put this stuff on the backpack, but, I'll take a photo of the backpack. I guess I can take a photo of the kit on the back here. This goes onto the back. And then this goes in here. This is a fun, cool way to store the weapon, in my opinion. I think this looks neat, going like that. And then these go, how do these go? Hold on, sorry. There we go, like that. Okay. Ah, they go like that. Okay. Oh, and there were a lot of people like the in multiple languages. A lot of the forums are just be like banned by mistake. Like it was a flood of that, of just people being like, no, this shouldn't have been. I definitely don't deserve this. And I'm sure there might be some false positives, but I don't know. Val was certainly confident that they were not, that they knew what was up and who was rightly being banned. Let's see. Also, they're waiting to hear if any actual pro players got caught cheating or not. They're going to find out soon. So there may be an update to this story in the future, which would be fucking cool. Like when kids post on Xbox forums that their parents complained about their kids getting banned for nothing. Oh, and they were told they were doing lewd stuff. Yes, when it is wonderful and also like so fucking funny when parents are just like, how did my son get banned? And it's like, well, here's what he said. Because it's always a fucking dude. And then they're just like, oh, fuck. Here's what your child wrote, and that's why we had to take action. It's just like, ah. Yeah, I don't know when you start complaining to your parents about that, where you think things are going to land, but all right, so we'll take a photo of this backpack. Cool backpack. And then we'll compare and contrast. Let me go over here. You almost saw me enter my passcode. That would have been bad. Then I would have changed my passcode on my phone. Again. Because that already happened on the stream once. Where I definitely did that. And I was very annoyed with myself. Alright, so this one doesn't want to stand up with his gun in here. So we'll take the gun out. So this is what have explained why the expensive console no longer working is great karma. Indeed. So this is what our friend, the Lfrith, looks like. Our cool friend, the Lfrith. That's what we got there. And then we have our cool friend, our new modern friend, the Ariel. The Lfrith becomes the Ariel. The Lfrith becomes the Ariel. And you can see there's a lot in common with this kit. Like, obviously, the base is the same. But there are some differences. Obviously, you got a lot more going on here. The front is different. The legs are certainly different. The head is different. This is much more of a classic incarnation of a main-ass Gundam. Obviously, this is the prologue Gundam, so it would certainly be different. But it is still pretty similar. You can kind of see the commonality between the two of them. I love the pink. I think the pink is incredibly striking. I think it just looks so nice. I like that they have the same kind of modular shield, but this shield does different things than the other. I think that's neat. And overall, cool looking kit. I do think that the gun having a blade like this is cooler. I think this blade makes this a cooler kit than having this blade here. Makes this cooler than the Ariel. That's my opinion on that. But yeah, the Ariel is going to go back on display. The Lfrith might go on display. I haven't decided yet. I might rotate one of these kits in and out to put that up. I haven't made my decision. I will make a decision in the future. I am going to be building on this because I think it's nice to build on. So we are going to build some Lego on here because we are now going to move on to the Sunken Treasure 3-in-1. If you were unfamiliar with what I'm talking about here, yes, there we go. What I'm talking about by a 3-in-1, basically, you can see in the photo there. There are 3 things that we can build, 3 different sets that we can build, all using the same pieces. Now, these 2 might not use all the pieces that are going to be in this. I thought the Arrow had the gun. So, Lashberg, it does have a blast effect, but it's different looking than that sword one. It's just slightly different. I prefer the Lfrith. This is a Lego 3-way indeed. So, basically every Lego piece is going to be used for this, and then these will use some of the same. This is a 2-bag kit. It is a 522-piece set, which is a lot for Lego. We are going to start with this one because this is the one that's going to use the most Lego and does, in my opinion, look the coolest. And I want to build a big Lego octopus and a cool big sub. Oh, sorry, I should turn this around so you can see. I want to build a Lego octopus and a cool big sub. I do want to obviously build a big lobster and a manta ray. And also, I want to build the skeleton as soon as possible. And I don't think the skeleton is in the other ones. So, I got to build this scuba skeleton. It's a scuba skeleton. That's the neat. And we get some, these are supposed to be gold bars. I like that. It's fun. I got this big octopus friend. And this lady in the deep sea sub. This just looks cool as hell. We got a fucking Noel bag 1 here. Let's see. We got bag 1, bag 2, and bag 1. We're gonna do bag 1 first. So we'll empty out the small and big bag 1, and then we'll deal with bag 2 in the future. We gotta do some Lego in. I'm gonna open this away here. Important to do right now is to knoll. We gotta knoll. We're gonna separate by color, get this all together. So yeah, we opened up big bag, little bag 1, and then big bag 1, which also has a bag inside of it. It's a bag inside of a bag, everybody. Now, I do, by building on this, I do run the small risk that it'll get caught under the lip here. So I'm going to be careful of that because I do have a towel, I have a washcloth underneath this build surface so that it doesn't slide around, because when it's just on the table, it will slide. And I don't like that. So we'll put that over there. And then get our bag here. There we go. You got to be careful because I don't want to rip this and then have them go all over the place, because then I have to find Lego everywhere, and I don't want to fucking do that. So now we're just knolling. I'm just knolling by color. I'm just going to be setting up some different areas based on the colors that I have here, and then I will just fill in as I go, and then we'll build a lady. We got a minifig to build first, so we will put aside minifig parts. But yeah, I'm just separating by color here. Let's see. Are there any other? Yeah, I just kind of made a list of like news stuff to check out here. Within the news, I should say, here is a little bit of news. 84 people have been laid off from Crunchyroll. Now, this is not cost-cutting measures, they said. They had their quote-unquote all-star meeting, which is their all-hands meeting. Basically, they were like, hey, weirdly enough, they didn't say weirdly enough. I'm adding my own commentary on this. Weirdly enough, Crunchyroll has redundancies. Isn't that weird? How they suddenly found themselves in 2023 with redundancies, so they laid off 84 people. That is globally. That is globally for Crunchyroll. And a reminder, when we say Crunchyroll, we mean Crunchyroll and Funimation, who are, of course, owned by Sony. And the redundancies exist because Sony bought Funimation a while back and then merged Funimation with Crunchyroll. Kept the Crunchyroll name because they kept the Crunchyroll name because people already know that Sony owns Funimation, and Crunchyroll sounds like it still appears to be a brand that is like young upstarts and independent, even though they aren't, because they're owned by fucking Sony. But the brand, they must have done market research to feel like that felt like Funimation feels like an older brand that is corporately owned, and Crunchyroll didn't. Crunchyroll Awards, the anime awards are next month, February 4th, I believe. Friday, February 4th, I want to say, or maybe the 5th. Saturday the 4th. I will not be doing a live stream of that. I have in the past live streamed the anime awards. I will not be doing that now because the anime awards are coming to you from Japan. And I am not going to start streaming at 4:30 in the morning to watch the Anime Awards live. That's just not happening. That's not a thing that I want to do. So I won't do that. This lady has a cool swoosh. She's got the hair swoosh. You see that? She's got a hair swoosh right there. See over there? We can do little smile or big smile. And we're going to go with demure smile and the swoosh. So there's our pilot, our undersea adventure pilot. Just Nolan, the bag's labeled 1 here. So yeah, I am not going to do that live. I am going to do Pat Baer's Anime Club. Unfortunately, for my scheduling, the next Pat Baer's Anime Club is this coming Monday. So my recap of the Anime Awards won't be for a while after, but that's okay because, like, I don't, it's, if I was doing it live, that'd be one thing, but since I'm not doing it live, it can wait. The next Pat Baer's Anime Club is going to be about visual novels. I have been postponing doing it because it required a lot of research because I am familiar with visual novels, specifically looking at visual novels that became anime or manga or whatever, but visual novels that, like, a little bit of the history of visual novels and how they are different from, they are certainly categorized as video games, but also are the bridge between novels and video games. And then also taking a look at like some of the more famous ones. Maybe anime you didn't know started as visual novels, like the big ones. So that's the next episode of Pat Baer's Anime Club. Will be about visual novels. I went from manga club to VN club, I guess. But yeah, I am aware of visual novels. I play them. I enjoy them. But I was not super as familiar with the history of it as I am on other topics. But it was requested like months ago that I talk about it. So I am happy to do some research. I think it'll be fun. So right now I am just knolling. I am just separating by color. My off time, I will further reduce these down and put them together. Like, I'll take this piece and kind of stack it so that when I'm looking for one of these, I'll have a bunch of them just easy to find. But that is not something that I want to do on stream. On stream, I just want to get these colors separated here and then kind of group together, and then I can just like find the right color and then dig through. Also, it's very helpful to have these lights. I would say for when you are out there building model kits and doing your things, having an overhead light and a light hitting you in the face is probably not the best way to build a model kit. I would say it's a low ball, not great. But if you are building Lego and you have Lego that are similar in color, like dark gray, light gray, being able to quickly identify it because you have a lot of light in the room, it's pretty fucking fantastic. I recommend it if you got the option to have a very fucking bright light in your face. It's pretty good. Let's see. Okay, so we talked about the Crunchyroll thing, talked about the Anime Awards. That's something I wanted to come up to. AEW Revolution is coming up, and the women's, we finally know what one of the women's title matches is going to be. It will be Jamie Hayter defending in a three-way fight against Saraya and Ruby Soho. I want Jamie to have a nice long run. I want her and Britt to fall apart in some capacity at some point. And Jamie just go full baby face. I would love it. I don't know if we're getting that. Obviously, I want good things for Ruby Soho. I love Ruby. Ruby is a fantastic wrestler. I have watched her wrestle live as Heidi Lovelace, and she was incredible and such a joy to watch and such a giving performer. I want good things for Ruby. I've always wanted good things for Ruby. I just don't think that a title win is on the cards for her at this stage. But if she can get built up in such a way that it makes sense for her to win Jade's title, perhaps, or winning the Owen Hart tournament if that happens again, which I think it will happen again. Her winning that would be fucking cool. I don't know. Those are things that could happen. But I want good things for Ruby Soho because she is great wrestler and just awesome. Adam Cole is going to be wrestling again soon. We found out about that. Let's see. Other things. It's the 21st anniversary of the first event for Ring of Honor today. So, congratulations to Ring of Honor. Let's see. What else? Oh, there's going to be a reality show. AEW All Access is coming. That's interesting. I think that's interesting. That there's going to be it'll air after Dynamite, and it is in the vein of Total Divas, the WWE show, where it exists in a world. It seems to exist in a world where wrestling might be fake, but also what they're doing isn't reality. I don't know for sure that that's going to be the case. I do think the inclusion of Eddie Kingston in there is a fun wild card that does make me more interested in the product, where I was not super interested and invested in the beginning, because I was like, what the fuck does that mean? What do you mean, Kofi? Eddie Kingston. Like what? Let me try to find the. Let me just see the news. Give me all the news. Give me AEW news here. Cultaholic. Give me the write up about this. Rampage spoilers, I don't want that. Lance Archer is going to be there. That's fun. Chris Jericho and Ricky Starks are going to wrestle at the pay-per-view. Please end this fucking feud. Please, please, please have Ricky win. End this feud. Please, 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 please. God, Chris Jericho feuds just go on forever and are not fun. Eventually, they are just... And only Claudio has left a feud in a better spot than when he got in there. His only worked for Claudio, so would love this to just be over soon so that Ricky can move on to something else that would hopefully be better for him. Just his good work. Pat mixing up Eddie and Kofi. Lord Crash, did I mix up Eddie and Kofi? Eddie Kingston's going to be the wild card. Did I say the name Kofi when I said Kingston? Because Eddie Kingston is going to be the wild card in this AEW reality show. If I said Kofi at one point, my apologies. Oh, I did say Kofi. I mean, their both last name is Kingston. I don't know what you want from me. I'm going to fuck up on occasion. I'm going to try not to. But I'm not the first, nor am I the last to say the wrong Kingston. I got the same last fucking name. Bad enough there's so many Adams and Pages and Cages and Ethan Page, Adam Page, Brian Cage, same person, yeah. Let's see. Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal are going to be in that four-way. I was hoping it was a four-way tag match, because the two confirmed before them were the Acclaimed and the Gun Club. My hope was that it would be the Top Flight, and we would have a all young people fight, because you got the up and comers, the AEW, the guys that blossomed in AEW. It would be kind of fun for it to be Top Flight. Now, for a moment, Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal did win the tag belts before it was overturned and the match was restarted. So it does make sense for them to be in there. Also, having some ring generals does make sense. I am now done saying nice things about the idea of Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett in a match. That's as much nice things as you're going to get from me as me just justifying this. I don't think good decision. All Access reality show. That's right. This was the big announcement Tony Khan made. It was not about the video game. It was not about Forbidden Door 2, which a bunch of people assumed it was. It had this big announcement had to be about Forbidden Door 2. What else could be big? Oh, how about a reality TV show that might bring in some new eyes to the product? I think that might be a little bit of a big deal, worthy of saying a big announcement. I was kind of like, meh. That's more nice things than I got, especially out of how much they tease best friends. Yes, Trent winning on Dark in a solo match with a storyline and a fucking video package. Beautiful. And then making it seem like, getting some help to counter the help, having OC come out, really did make me believe that there was a possibility that he was going to get best friends into that fight, which would have been fucking cool. And also, best friends as a base for a lot of nonsense stuff. Like, best friends Acclaimed is fun. Best friends Guns are fun. Especially because Danhausen has been so shitty to the Guns. Like, there's justified shitty. There's a lot of ways that could have been cool. So that was a tease that I did not love. I also love how Tony has an announcement, and his announcement was, here's Adam Cole. Yes, Tony Khan has recognized smartly that Tony Khan is too excitable to be on television because he's not trained to do any of this shit. So why not have a person people like that can also communicate well in Adam Cole? Baby. That makes total sense. It was a very smart move. Oh, God, it's way past 10 p.m., folks. I didn't even realize. I've been so busy knolling. We're almost done knolling. I got to jump over in here and do my pause for the cause. I got to talk to you about ways you can support the channel. Everything that I'm going to talk about here is completely optional. You don't have to do any of this stuff. If you would like to, it'd be really rad. But all this stuff is just ways you can support what I'm doing here. I'm going to retweet my tweet, and then I'm going to just talk about ways you can support what I do here. Throw the Bear Cave Lego Scythe emote if you're in the chat. The Tier 2 blue emote if you're a Arista fan, if you're a Tier 2 subscriber. Subscribing is the easiest way to support what I do here through Cash Money, your $5 cash, or your Prime Gaming token. If you have Amazon Prime linked with your Twitch, you can always jump in and do that shit, and that's cool and fun. Being a subscriber is an easy way to help me out. You could gift a sub to somebody in the community if you want to do that. I'm knolling while I talk because I have this obviously down to a science here. I know what I want to say when I say this stuff. Bits and coins always appreciated. You can join that leaderboard with Harold, or you could join Aristofan for the gift sub leaderboard. We only have one person who's gifted a sub this month. You could gift a sub. The goal is to hit 40. I shut up at 40. Also, I am doing a subathon on the, so I will shut up at 40 until it's time for the subathon, in which case I will shut up at 75. But right now, the goal is 40. Our regular bottom of the barrel goal is 40. We unlock cool shit at 40. At 40, when I start the stream, we'll hang out for a bit, we'll chat for a bit, we'll just kind of be in the space, and then I will show my TV and College Humor appearances, most of. The ones that I thought would be fun to share. But I have a bunch of clips of stuff that I'm in. Obviously not the whole episodes or whole sketch, but like my parts that are fun and I think work with little to no context. I think they are just fun bits of business. But that's at 40. So if we get to 40 before that stream, then we're already ready to go. So putting that out there as a thing that we could do. I also have a Patreon, patreon.com/PatBear. We're going to get back to building soon, but I always just got to, do my ad reads and all through that. But patreon.com/PatBear, $1, $3, $5, $10 tier, different rewards for different tiers. Take a look at that. I have a YouTube. Subscribing to my YouTube is free, of course, because it's YouTube. So if you just want to jump in on YouTube, do that. But if you want to become a member for $2 a month, you get my Wednesday videos a day early, so you get to see that shit on Tuesday. And the one I put up yesterday, which we'll talk about in a little bit, was fun and silly, and I think it would have been nice if you got that on Tuesday. You got to see it a little early. And then also direct donations. If you don't want to help me out on a monthly basis, but once in a while you just feel like, you know what, Pat, I want to send you a little bit of money so you can keep buying model kits and gear and that kind of stuff. Here you go. you can go to my Coffee or my PayPal or my Stream Elements. Everything I make supports model kits and purchasing of equipment now and again when I need it. It goes into a fund. This Lego set I bought, you can see our little Lego friend here. I bought this at Christmas time. The Lfrith I pre-ordered that we finished tonight. I pre-ordered that last year, thanks to your generosity. I just received in the mail the Heavy Gundam early type or prototype. I can't remember. The Heavy Gundam. I just got that in the mail. That was a pre-order. That is a kit from 2018 that I did not buy in 2018, but I did pre-order it, and it just arrived today. And I got a mailing notification that next month I'm getting another model kit that I pre-ordered. Pre-ordered kits do come from the fund, so thank you very much to everyone that's ever supported me. But yes, a cool version of the Rick Diaz is going to ship in March, so I'll get it by the end of March. So everything I make goes into a fund. I buy kits with that. Now, if you're like, Pat, I hear that. I hear you have a backlog of cool shit. But what if you built the thing that I demand you build? Well, the way to do that is to buy something from my Amazon wish list. And then I will be obliged to build it sooner than anything that I have in my backlog, including kits that I bought last year and are still sitting there. I got Lego sets. I got a Pokemon kit in there. Model kits, Lego, a puzzle that is the RX-782, the Granddaddy Gundam. A bunch of different things. Inexpensive kits, expensive kits, kits that have dropped in price, that have prime shipping or just free shipping. All kinds of different cool shit that you can pick up, and it'll come to me in the mail, and then I'll build it, and it'll jump the queue, and I'll make a dedicated video about that stuff. There's some gear at the bottom, because it's always nice to have new gear or better gear, or like a chair that is better than the chair that I'm sitting on, or a gift card that I will use to buy WWE 2K23, which is only for $50, but I'll put in the rest. You know me. But yeah, a bunch of different stuff. You can take a look at that, see if that's something that appeals to you. Gunpla on Canadian Amazon is like $75 for a $25 kit. Omega, that is sad to hear. I am sorry to hear that. But yeah, I know that. I mean, even some stuff on U.S. Amazon is certainly higher than it should be, especially like master grades and stuff like that. Although, good luck finding in some of the other stores. And new stuff, good luck finding that in stores. It's certainly rough out there. It's certainly rough out there. I have an alternative to the Amazon wish list is my Throne wish list, because I know that some people just don't want to use Amazon, and I understand that, but I got a list there. And also, I have, I'm just going through, talking about ways you can support the channel. We'll get back to building soon. There is always going to USA Gundam store, buying a gift card there, sending me a DM on Twitter with the gift card code, and I will use that gift card code for USA Gundam store, because that is a cool place, and it is fun to pick stuff up from USA Gundam store. They're in Florida. I'm in South Carolina, so shit arrives pretty quickly. But yeah, those are other options, other ways to support what I do here if you're so inclined. If you want to support me for free, I have a Discord. Obviously, it does not cost any money. My Discord is not behind a paywall. My Discord is not a bonus for being a patron or being a Twitch sub or anything like that. You can just join my Discord. It's just, you're welcome to come and hang out there. It is not busy, I will say that. I don't want to say that it's dead, but it's pretty chill. A couple of video links for you to check out. Pat Baer's Anime Club. It is my ongoing video series about the world of anime. This was a manga one about chill slice of life manga recommendations for some manga, some of which have anime adaptations, some that don't. You can take a look at that video later. And then Baerly Rehearsed is a comedy series. These are short form comedy bits that I do. They're all written, and I promise they are barely rehearsed. I have rehearsed them a little bit. I am off book most times. The most recent one is based on a bit from a D&D game that I GM'd, or DM'd, as we're talking about D&D, very recently. A interaction happened that was very funny, and then literally someone said, Pat, you should do that as one of your comedy videos, which is usually terrible suggested. When people say you should use that in your act, it's usually bullshit. In this case, I was like, No, this could be a very funny comedy monologue. You're not wrong. So in this case, that person was right, and I did turn that into a comedy monologue that you can watch there as a dryad giving some advice, and I think it turned out pretty funny. We're going to talk about some anime. We're going to work on some Lego. It's Lego time. Let me get this anime stuff ready to go up there. But before I get into the anime chat and I start getting into the Lego, actually finally starting this Lego build, I have to drink a little water, and I'm going to do so dramatically. Oops, this moved. Okay, we'll put that back there. All right. Lord Crashman wants me at the dance button, and I will. I'll hit the dance button while I start working on this kit. And we're going to start with the Deep Sea Sub with a little dance music. We can put our minifig up there, just hanging out over here. I gotta get a new song ready because it's almost March. Yikes. Anyway, anime happening. Oh, good times here with our friend Sue, our lovely, very fun, very good slime friend. You know, has gotten. We finally got introduced to our slime friend recently, and now our slime friend is really strong, which is fun and it's silly. Anyway, Modica is on Fell's back, Fell the Fenrir, and they are traveling through Griffin territory. That could be bad because Griffins are very territorial, so they're not going to be up that. Modica finds some healing mushrooms that can heal stab wounds and broken bones, and then Sue eats one, and then gains us. It's most likely because Sue is not granted any favors by the goddess, but Sue is in the presence of a mythical being and two people that have blessings from a goddess, the wind goddess. So most likely Sue is being blessed by that or helping out. But anyway, Sue can now make healing potions, and basically, like, if you were on the brink of death, Sue can now make a potion that will bring you back to life, which is very convenient and makes Sue a very good slime. We got ourselves an A+ slime over here, S class, I should say. Good slime friend, good little friend that just wants to call Fell Uncle Fell, which is very fun and cute because Uncle Fell is Uncle Fell, which is very fun. A griffin shows up and it's just like, hey, I'm a griffin. I want to be the best griffin. And I know that if I whoop your ass, a Fenrir, that I'm going to be the coolest griffin in the world. Like, all these other griffins are going to be like, damn, that's a cool griffin. So he challenges into a fight, and Fell is just like, sure. And that griffin just gets its ass kicked. And luckily, we just have a slime now that can make healing potions. And the griffin is restored. And then, but hey, check this shit out. Griffin got beat, but did damage to Fell. And that's fucking rare. And so a bunch of griffins are like, the griffins were watching and they're just like, damn Griffin, you damaged that Fenrir. That's fucking cool. All right, you're our boss now. So Griffin gives Modica a feather, which guarantees them safe passage to the territory. And it's just like, hey, thanks for saving me, and like letting this whole thing happen with your beast friend there. So that's good. Fell is mad about that though, because the whole point of going through this is to force Modica to train and to have fights and to get stronger. But also, Fell is furious because while they've been doing all this traveling, Modica has been neglecting his offerings to the goddess. And that's like a big fucking no-no. You gotta give your gifts. And so they leave the Griffin territory, and they find a caravan being attacked by bandits. And they meet a guy named Lambert, or Lambert, who invites them to come with him to a city, which is near where Modica wants to go, because they want to go to this whole trip was to go to the ocean, because they want to have seafood, and he's going to make some cool, Japanese-inspired dishes that Fel will enjoy. That's kind of the whole purpose of this trip. So this is light gray. Right now, this is coming together pretty damn easy. These 3-in-1s are rarely challenging. Mostly it's just like I haven't properly knolled all this, so I'm like digging around looking for pieces. But as I build it, it will be easier to find these pieces anyway. I gotta do this like this. Okay. Ninrir, who is the goddess of the wind, eventually forgives Modica for neglecting offerings, because he's just like, hey, what about, like, hey, I know you like the desserts I made, but or bought for you, these Japanese desserts. Did you ever hear about Western style desserts? And she's just like, well, all right, because no matter what part of the multiverses of worlds you're from, people like sweets. Sweets are always going to be popular. And, what's better than Japanese sweets? Well, American sweets, or Western style sweets. It's going to be real popular with the goddess. So that's the end of the episode. There was some good fighting. Sue continues to just be stronger, which is very funny, than Modica. But yeah, good episode. Very chill. Like, the last episode had more action than this one, but the Griffin fight I thought was pretty well animated. This show's animation strength is generally in, look how good this fucking food is. That is usually the strength of this series. Not so much like, let's look at these fight scenes. So the fight scenes are always a little like, they're a little, but yeah, that's not what I'm coming here for. I'm not coming here for beautiful digital animation that's trying to look like it's cell animation of fight scenes before an overpowered main character against a horde of monsters. I'm not really looking for that in this series. I'm mostly looking for, like, damn, that food looks tasty. Oh, these animals are having a good time. Hell yeah. Like, that's kind of what I'm looking for more than anything else. Let's see. So that's Campfire Cooking in Another World. Still one of my favorite shows this season. What else we got? Magical Revolution of the Reincarnated Princess and the Genius Young Lady. So shit's happening. We are now past the point that I have read in the manga. And so, like, it's interesting for me now because instead of being like, ooh, this is gayer than the manga, or like, oh yeah, I forgot about this scene, or like, oh, that's fun to watch this. Oh, it's fun to hear this character talk. No, shit's popping the fuck off right now. Because the goddamn the next ruler, the younger brother of the princess, who has always had an inferiority complex because even though she cannot use magic, his older sister is better than him in every way, shape, or form. He's fucking leading a goddamn revolution, looks like, which is a problem. Lane is contemplating her situation. Lane is the girl that has vampire. She's a descendant of vampires, and she didn't realize that that's what was going on with her charm effects. But now she's learning how to control those abilities, which is cool. I need. Oh, there it is. So I'm running the issue where my Lego is now rolling underneath this. I don't know, on Saturday I might not be using this build here because things are just rolling underneath, and that is going to just be constantly annoying. I think if I know properly, I can reduce that issue, but right now it is an issue. Let's see. someone has infiltrated the residence. Ilya and Lane try to flee, but they are. But it turns out that the person that is attacking them is Algard, and then Algard's friends are just trying to like keep Annie there, like or just like talk up Annie, and she's just like something feels wrong about this. And then she hears the alarm. She's like, "Oh shit, y'all fucking got me here." And then Tilly restrains the guards because, like, obviously now that the jig is up, they're going to try to prevent Annie and Yuffie from interfering. Ilya and Lane have been wounded, which fucking sucks. And the magic crystal, which was the source of Lane's powers that was inside her, has been ripped out of her, which is fucked up. Yuffie goes to heal them. Now her brother is a vampire, and he's just like sprouting up a bunch of dumb bullshit about how like he's going to start a revolution because the nation has grown corrupt. Just like a lot of dumb shit. And you know, obviously he doesn't think that Annie's going to join him. Yes. Yeah, basically, all of this stands for he's just like an average guy. Like he shouldn't be the next king. Clearly, his older sister should be, but she's both times a complete weirdo and a social outcast, and also brilliant. And like let's just say this: she didn't realize she was stealing his thunder by going out and defeating the dragon. He would not have been able to. He definitely would have fucking died trying to defeat this dragon. So even though she stole it from him, like, it's this dichotomy of like, well, you know, she's always just like all about, you know, up in his business, but also saving his life. Like, it is this like bad combination of like, she's not going to be the next, he's going to be king eventually, but only because she is definitely going to reject that and does not want to be queen, even though she should certainly be the next ruler. So it's a whole fucking thing. Like, it's a lot of shit going on there. But anyway, we're gearing up for a fight because she's like, nah, you're just fucking sad. Like, you're trying to start a revolution because to justify the fact that you're not, like, you're just a dude. So that's interesting. But again, I'm now past the part that I was expecting to be in, or where I was in the manga. So it's interesting now because I'm not sure where it's going. Because I have not read the light novel. Because I don't read a lot of light novels. It's just not how I like to enjoy fiction. The ice guy and his cool female colleague was, oh, what a good episode. What a fucking good episode, y'all. So, it's Christmas. We're getting our Christmas episode approaching. Himuro buys Fuyusuki some earrings, some snowflake earrings, which is fun. You know, he's the ice guy, so it's nice to do that stuff. There's a ski trip coming up, and Fuyusuki's like, hey, teach me how to ski. And he's like, awesome. That's so great. That's such in my wheelhouse. What will we be in, like, an ice person descendant? This is going to be great. Oh, actually, shit. I never had to learn how to ski. I just know how to ski because of who I am. I don't know how to fucking teach people to ski. And so he ends up not doing the teaching, which bums him out because he's not able to teach her. Which is like, oh. They get to the lodge, and he's just like, hey, coincidentally, and I didn't bring this up ahead of time, which is weird, but whatever, it's anime. And it's a romantic comedy. My little sister, Yukimi, is here, and she works part-time at the lodge. She's also, maybe this will come up later, she's a model and, like, minor internet celebrity, and I don't know why either of those things happens or are mentioned or are important. because I have not read this. I have not read the source material. I assume at some point that will have payoff in some way. Otherwise, it's just a weird detail. Like, all they had to do is say, she works here. But she does. She works there. But it turns out that descendants of snow women, which they both are, apparently, really cool and composed, except when around other snow people. And so they just argue all the time, and they just, don't get along. But Yumiki is happy to meet Fuyusuki and is instantly charmed by her. But also, I should say, they're arguing, they've got that kind of dynamic. But she's also happy that he's, got friends at work and, doing well. They're still happy for one another. Let's see, what happens? Oh, we get dinner. Himuro ended up getting a different gift than the earrings, because maybe the earrings were pushing a little too much, you know what I mean? So instead got her a kitten blanket, because they both like cats. It's oh, that's lovely. Because he was maybe it's too personal a gift, but it's come on, y'all are falling in love. You can get earrings. And then Fuyusuki is very happy. Fuyusuki, one of her big characteristics, because we get some stuff about her, but we don't get a lot about her, because it's really about the dude more than it's about her, unfortunately. But one of the things we do know about her is that she loves learning stuff and seeing different sides of the guy that she likes. So she got to see Himuro interact with his sister, and she's really happy to see her interact with family. Or see him and her family. And then Himuro wants to take Fuyusuki skiing again next year. And so he even goes so far as to thank Yukimi. And she is confused because Yukimi doesn't realize that, oh, my brother likes this girl. My brother likes his coworker. That has not occurred to her yet. All right, so we got to put this in and figure out where this goes. It goes like that. Cool. Building a sub. We are building the submarine, friends. Stacking it all together. Making it happen. Working on this. Moving this in a way that is annoying. Constantly. Put our only red piece here. We won't be able to see this when it's done because it is the big old red piece that goes across. And now we'll keep working on it. That's all the anime that I wanted to talk to you about. I think that was some good anime. I would like to hear from you, friends, because I have some other stuff we can talk about if we run out of time. But I do want to hear from you. If there's anything going on with you that you want to chat about, if you playing any video games, you watching any anime, you watching any TV. If there's if there's stuff. What's going on with you, chat? There's not a lot of you here tonight. It's okay. I'm happy to have the ones that are here. And chat has been a little chill. But if you have anything that you want to talk to me about, you're more than welcome to throw that in there. Recommendations of things. If you want to be like, I bought Atomic Heart and it sucks. Tell me that. If you're playing something and you're like, this is a bummer. Let me know. I do like hearing from you. I'm level 35. I'm level 35 in Hitman, the freelancer mode. I'm getting good runs in Hitman. I'm getting lucky shots in Hitman, or I'm getting oh God, this route does not involve Colorado at all. Hell yeah, I can get in there and do it. Or oh shit, my target is in a place where I can hide the body. I can hide all these bodies easily because they're all in spots where I can lure them into spots where I can hide them. Or I don't need to have a costume. No costume change for this guy. I can do all of this. Or this weapon, I've learned from watching YouTubers that if I use this weapon, it will count as combat. If I throw a thing, or that's not combat. But if I shoot a gun, even if no one sees me, that counts as combat because it's not a silenced weapon. Cool. Let me use this. Oh, cool. I have found a silenced weapon on this map, so I can do that. I am getting mildly okay at Hitman Freelancer, and I am feeling pretty damn good about being marginally okay in that game. Still not going to stream it. That is a game I have never streamed. I have no plans to ever stream that game. That is a me game where I am fine talking about it, but it is for me because I am so nervous and I am so slow. I try not to do the ones where you have to keep constantly like knocking people out. You have like 2 minutes or whatever. I usually fail that part because I play it so slow. Let's see. Lashbrook played some Fortnite today. Okay, you unlocked the Doom Slayer. Then later you did the fusion dance as the Doom guy with a Geralt that's very weird. You can do the fusion dance as even that like one half of the fusion dance you can do with the Doom guy. This is Lord Crash is playing more theater rhythm and enjoying these songs despite not being familiar with many of the spin-off games. Yeah, turns out even if you're not super familiar with the games, Final Fantasy music is fucking good. Weird, right? Lord Crashens has also started Like a Dragon Ishin, which is definitely a Yakuza game. Lots of story early on, and I finished the intro where the MC has moved to a completely different area. Yes. Wait. Oh, okay. So that turns down. Gotcha. That's got to go down. I was like, where'd that go? Yeah. I mean, that's like it's in the, like, I forget which engine is in. It might be the Kiwami engine. But yeah, I mean, it's an old game that they've updated. If you like your pre-Meijin era stories, if you like your I've heard it compared favorably to Sleeping Dogs in that it is a game where you are infiltrating a bunch of people and seem to have no problems blending in and just being those people that are doing the things that you ostensibly hate, but because you're so deep undercover that you're just having a pretty good time doing it, which is kind of fun. I don't know. I've heard pretty okay things about that, Lord Gratian. So I'm glad you're enjoying. Oops, gotta snap these on there. Yeah, I mean those are the video games I'm playing. I haven't bought anything new right now. I would like to pick up some stuff now and again, but right now I don't have anything on my list to check out. This sub is cool. There's a lot of stuff going on with the build of this sub. A lot of stuff to put together here. Oh, we're working on the side now. Okay. I don't think we're gonna finish this sub tonight, but we'll get a lot of it done. But this is gonna be the next few streams because they got 3 builds here. We got like 2 to 3 things for each build, and then of course we have to then use the brick separator to remove all the pieces and then start the next thing up again. So, we're gonna have to go through this here, get all this done. So this will be a bit of a commitment, but I don't know. I like doing Lego. It's been a little while since we did some Lego, so I am happy getting back in there. I do like that they explained why these pots constantly have items in them as you run into the guy that puts his crap in them and he needs to get rid of. Okay, that is a fun justification of why there are pots that have things in them, is that there's somebody just using them as trash cans. Playing the Humanity demo now, and it's such a weird game. Yeah, Lord Lashbrook, that trailer didn't leave me understanding what that game was. So I was like, I kind of was just like, okay. I have not tried the demo. I had stuff, as I said, I was busy today. I had like more cooking than normal to do. Oh, God, it was so good. I already talked about it. I can't talk about it more, but holy fucking shit. That was such a good meal. I'm going to do that again. I was like, I should experiment. I'm like, no, I'm not experimenting. Fuck off. Next time I cook those other 2 chicken thighs, it's going to be exactly how I just did it. I could fry them and pan fry them, but fuck that shit. Nope. Not going to do that. I'm going to do them exactly how I did them there because they were so good that way. People have been making a lot of comparisons to Lemmings for Humanity. Okay, yeah. I was never a big Lemmings fan myself. Never really got into Lemmings as a game concept. Also, Lemmings don't act that way. That's just what they decided to call those things. They just decided to call them lemmings because that was a good name. You're some sort of dog who is the servant of God. Well, dog is God backwards, so that makes sense. And you have to direct the flow of humans towards the goal. Okay, sure. I don't know. I might check out the humanity demo. That sounds weird and maybe good. Oh, maybe I'll check out that demo. It's a Shiba Inu. Okay. I never played Lemmings, so it makes me think it's a slower Choo Choo Rocket. Yeah, I mean, Choo Choo Rocket had style. That's the thing. Choo Choo Rocket just had a good vibe. Let's see. Hey, I didn't see this announcement. Mortal Kombat 12 has been very quietly announced. I wonder if that is actually true or not. Warner Brothers. Okay. Oh, it was mentioned during a phone call? Oh, okay. There's going to be more Lord of the Rings movies. The CEO just basically said there's going to be a new Mortal Kombat game, apparently. There was some audio. Ambitious... oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. Investor call. Yeah. So that just means that they were going to make a big deal announcement at some point. Possibly at EVO? We don't know. But instead, investor call. And now I'm sure that community people are fucking scrambling and freaking the fuck out. Game has ambitious launch projections, which is, you know, I mean, it's a fucking business call, so of course they're gonna say shit like that. Basically, water is wet, game gonna sell. But basically, that's it. That's all it is. No press release, no teaser trailer, no like long, slow media rollout on Twitter that's just like, you know, solve this ARG, and everyone's just like, is it fucking Mortal Kombat 12? Ed Boon plan has been ruined. Yeah. It sucks. That's a shit way to have a game basically get announced. I guess they could just pretend like it didn't happen. I guess that's a way to go. Ooh, I gotta put. Sorry, I missed a spot here. Yes, gotta put these pegs here on top. But yeah, overall, that sucks. That's a shame to the people that are working on that and the plans they had. And look, like I said, it might have just been at EVO. It might have been at E3 or Jeff Keighley's summer block party or whatever the fuck. But it's still a shame that that's how it gets announced. But you know, it's been a fucking while, 2019, since the last Mortal Kombat 11, right? So, you know, I'm glad it's coming out at some point. We don't know when, but still. Ed Boon tweeted out, so how about Injustice 3, huh? Nice. Okay. Metro Prime Remastered is selling out. It sounds like they didn't make a lot of them, which is a shame. Apparently there's a lot. GameStop is just having a lot of PS5 theft. So they're trying to do incentives to get people to employees to be better about that. I don't know. I didn't read this article. I'll look. You know what? Instead of just reading the headline, I'll look at the article. Let's see. A lot of games currently on sale. PS5 launch, like Demon's Souls. Okay. What the fuck? What? No. Oh, you know what? I was like, why does this have such a long lead-in talking about prices? Why isn't it talking about the theft? And that's because I was at the wrong fucking article. I clicked on the wrong article. These snap in weird, and so I'm also trying to like navigate a website, and then also this is the courtesy of Kotaku here. Also get all this stuff connected. The very long lead. I'm saying it was like 2 paragraphs. I'm like, come on, tell me about GameStop. Understaffed stores are getting hit now that PS5s are back in stock. Oh yeah, because PS5s are in stock, and so the employees are not in stock. So, a $5,000 reward for catching thieves, but also cutbacks in the store. This is from this is Kotaku talking about a Polygon article about how almost 30 GameStops were robbed in the last few months, according to local news reports. But also, like, yeah, if you only have one employee in the store and they're trying to sell product because that's tied into all kinds of things for them, is selling the product, then they also have to keep an eye on all that because they're by themselves. And then also, they fucking definitely don't get paid enough to deal with, with any kind of threats of violence or anything for robbery. So, like, yeah. Yeah, no, they should not risk their life. Look, they should not risk their lives, period, for their employer. End sentence. But also, yes, certainly for a PlayStation 5. Because fuck that. That's not worth it. Let's see. PS3 steps is San Fernando Valley. Apparently, there is a group that is robbing this. A lot of these are coming from apparently some sort of group here. They're posing as customers before claiming to be armed and going into the storage room where we got those PS5s. So apparently, this is not. If you stop a theft, we'll give you $5,000. That's not what this is. Even if the headline does make it seem like that's what this is. This is in not overall. This is in one specific case where there is a crime ring that are coming in, threatening people, and then stealing multiple PS5s. There is a $5,000 reward towards the arrest. This is not, hey, if you stop a robbery in progress, we'll give you $5,000. This is, hey, somebody is selling cheap PS5s, or your friend told you because it usually is that. A dude you don't know that well and don't like told you that they are stealing PS5s, and you are like, I'm going to make some money turning you in and not feel bad. And then $5,000 is also not enough. $5,000 is enough to squeal on someone you don't like. Snitches get stitches. Nobody likes a narc. $5,000 if you don't like somebody. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Also, the person offering that $5,000 is the head of GameStop loss prevention. So I bet he fucking sucks. I'm just going to say, I cannot imagine a world where the head of loss prevention at GameStop is a fucking chill, cool dude. Just cannot imagine a world where that is true. Let's see. But also, like, let's be real. They go to point out, like, that money, that $5,000 or whatever, not $5,000, but that the PS5 that they're selling, you also they're trying to get you to sell games and a bunch of other stuff, controllers and all that. So, like, it is a big loss to have that. But yeah. Also, they suck shit. They're terrible. It's GameStop. They ain't great, is what I'm trying to say. All right, let's get one more step here. We made a lot of progress on this ship. We're going to continue on it on Saturday. We'll finish this thing. Then we'll move on to another part of this build. We'll build an octopus. And then I forget what's in this third part of there. Oh, that's right. We got a skeleton friend and what appears to be a safe, a sunken safe. We'll build that. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's just attach this part. We'll do one more step here because this is a cool step. Attaching this part is cool because, yeah, now we can, it's not done, but we can start on there because now we got the, that's just cool looking. I feel like, why not do that part? Like, we're not done with this thing, but we might as well put the deep sea pilot in here and do that because that's neat. I can take a photo of that. But yeah, we'll end it there. I'm gonna just push all this here. We'll go to this. Put all these pieces over here. Get them out of my way. I'll deal with this all later. I'll null this. I'll probably null bag 2 on my own time, just so that I have that done. So you don't have to watch me null on Saturday. I'll be all ready to go and ready to stream, and it'll be A+ and super cool. Because that's, yeah, we'll be continuing this project in there. We are going to end with a raid. That is how we end every stream around here. We're going to go find someone cool to go hang out with. Can't leave you hanging. I gotta send you on your way to some cool, fun friends. So we'll do that now. And then I'll be back on Saturday with more Lego, as is my way, and conversation, anime talk, and some video game talk. And I'll find some other stuff to chat about. Let's see. Who are we going to go hang out with? I'm going to open a couple tabs here and see if there's a couple different people. I want to see how long they've been streaming and who they are and all that. We might go raid one person we've never raided before. We might do a new raid. I have to see, though, because they're nice people. So I don't know. Let's see. How long have they been going? Oh, 4 hours. We're not going to raid them. I gotta watch some commercials right now, which is always fun to see what people are up to. Okay, yeah, so we're not gonna do that. I just had to wait for this commercial to end before we can actually see what this person is streaming and what they're doing, because that's always fun. We're gonna raid Genitar, playing Gabriel Knight 1. Jen rules. You may know Jen from the old 1UP days, like a million fucking years ago. Jen was a community person at 1UP and was on podcasts and is lovely and was great and wrote for websites and then kind of disappeared for a while for good reason, when it was tough to be a woman on the internet who was in the games press. You may remember that. So we're going to go raid Jen, who just is lovely. Oh, I cannot raid Jen. It might be because I don't have enough viewers. Or she doesn't want raids. I don't know. But you should go hang out with Genitar on your own. I'm just not going to raid. I'm going to put her name right there in chat. Go see Genitar and go hang out with Jen, who is great. But is not allowing for raids, which is fine. Thanks everybody for watching the stream. Hope to have you. Hope you have a good night, and I will see you on the next one. We'll be back on Saturday, and we'll hang out, and it'll be fun. Goodbye, everybody, and good night. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.